Good morning, my sweet friends. Mrs. K is here, and I'm very excited to share the new message that that we find in this book, and it's called "Be Strong." Today, we're going to be talking about temptations. What is a temptation? Well, temptation is a feeling in your heart to do something, and not necessary that something is going to be good. So if you see some money on the table and nobody claims them for a week, and you just want to grab them and put them in your pocket, so that's a desire in your heart. It's called a temptation, something to do that is not quite right. And usually devil, the evil, uses a lot of temptations to knock us down so he can win over us. But we gotta be strong, right? That's the message today. Stand strong. When a person is tempted and still continues strong, he should be happy. James 1:12. Have you ever wanted to do something you know you shouldn't do? That's called temptation. Some temptations are easy to say no. Like for Mrs. K, it's easy to say no to some candies, right? But not the ice cream. Oh, that's hard. Some temptations are easy to say no. Others seem to never give up until you give in. You are in a spiritual tug of war. That's right, boys and girls. Satan is always trying to tempt us to do something against God. And he always tries. He will not give up till Jesus comes. He will try and try, but we have to be strong. He's going to try to tell us to say the lie, to be on his side, to do something against my brother or my sister, to do something not nice, or to disobey my parents. He is trying. He's tempting us to do all these kind of things. And he is screaming into our ears. But we have to stop and listen. And remember, Jesus' voice is very quiet. Satan's voice is very loud. He is going to scream into your ear. If you hear that scream in your ear, don't listen to it. Okay? Jesus knows all about your struggles. He was tempted too. Do you remember that story, boys and girls, when Jesus was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and by the end of it, he was very tired and hungry, and he had no energy. And in that moment, Satan came to him and started tempting. He had 3 temptations, right? He said, "Oh, you hungry? Let's make bread out of the rocks," right? And he was trying to give Jesus the kingdom of the earth and say, "Bow to me," right? He was trying to have Jesus, let's see if God is going to send angels to protect you. Come on, just go off this cliff and angels will catch you. So he was trying to tempt Jesus, but Jesus did something very special. What he did, do you remember? That's right. He was giving the answers to Satan with Bible words. That's why it's important to read Bible every day. That's why it's important to know God's word, so we can fight against the evil with the weapon that God gave us, his Bible. Bible is a weapon against the evil. And I know it works 100%. When I am in the God's word, I have no fears. I feel peace. Satan doesn't try to steal my peace when I'm in God's word, because God's word is above of everything, right? So Jesus will help you to be strong if you let him. That's right. He doesn't come and say, "Okay, I'm going to help you right now. I don't care if you want or not. I will be helping you right now." No. Jesus is not like that. He doesn't push. He stands quietly and waits for you to make that decision for yourself. Do you want Jesus to help you? So he will help you to be strong if you let him. And when you win, be happy. you will have grown in your faith. So when we have temptations and we are able to fight them with God, we grow in faith. Our faith gets stronger. What if you fail? Do you think that happened to Mrs. K? Many times. God will forgive you and give you power to fight the next time. I don't give up, boys and girls, and it's not easy to fight the temptations, and I'm not talking about ice cream right now. Sometimes, maybe I want to do something that I'm not supposed to be doing, right? Or maybe I want to watch something that I'm not supposed to be watching. And I know we deal with that all the time. But something inside of me, that voice screams and screams, and then I give in, right? And I watch something that I'm not supposed to, and then I have bad feeling, and then I say, why did I watch it? It didn't bring me any good. God forgive me, because I know I sinned and I gave in, and the temptation won. So the next time, God reminds me that I shouldn't be watching that show or anything, right? Or reading something that I'm not supposed to. And then he helps, right? So if your mom says, that's what I tell to Kirill. No, Kirill, you're not going to watch this show because I love you very much and I care about you, and this is not good for you. He will ask a couple times, but then I'll explain. So he has that temptation, right? But then I will explain, and he will say, okay, now I see that's not good for me. So he is winning, right? He's winning over his temptation. So in real world, boys and girls, we will have a lot of temptations. We have a temptation to take money. We have a temptation to go to the store and just quietly sneak a little tiny toy into my pocket. Nobody saw it. They did not notice that I dropped that toy, but that's stealing. So first I was tempted to do something bad, and then I gave in, and the evil won over me. When you go next time to the store, and if you have that temptation, we all have that temptation, right? Say, God, please forgive me for that desire. Help me to be strong. Take your eyes and put them somewhere else. Something that your heart does not desire, right? So today, stand strong against temptation. You will have a temptation to scream at your brother because he's been not quiet for the last 5 minutes, right? Or you will have a temptation to push your sister because she was right into your face, right? But instead, I'm gonna use my calm voice, and I'm gonna ask God to help me first of all, and then I'm gonna bring my troubles to my mom so she can help me resolve them. Okay? So I love you all, and I'm hoping to see you tomorrow and to have a special devotion about Easter. So even if you're done with your work today, come and see me tomorrow for devotion. Love you all, guys. Let me pray for you. Dear Lord Father, thank you so much for this wonderful morning. Thank you for reminding us that we need to stand strong against temptations. We have them all the time, and Satan sends us lots of temptations, and he wants us to be afraid. But help us to be strong in your name. Help us to fight the temptations with your name and with your word. Help us to remember the Bible verses that we learn so we can fight against Satan with them. We love you, Jesus. Help us to be strong today. In your name we pray. Amen. Love you all, boys and girls.